Well, welcome back. If you're thinking of buying a home in 2019, you probably are wondering, is this really the right time for me to do this? Got a lot of questions, I know, right now to make it favorable for sellers, or will the advantage switch to the buyers? It's so hard to decide.
Yeah, Rachel Schwab from the Equitable Bank is here with some predictions for the new year and what you should be doing if you're buying or thinking about it in the new year. Great to see you.
Nice to see you.
We were joking around that she's going to sing all about mortgages.
About Equitable and our low rates and getting pre-approved.
We got the stage all set
They're
up.
going to
for
leave
you.
the instruments for me. Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, increased demand. I want you to talk about this a little bit because it seems like inventory is so low, and a lot of people want to buy a new house or they want to move, and there just aren't a lot of options.
Right, and we saw that throughout 2018 that there weren't a lot of houses, and if you put your house in the market, it sold like that. There's going to be continued increased demand going into 2019. So if you are an empty nester, or you've been sitting on the fence like, should I sell my house? Yes, you should, because there's a whole backlog of people that want to buy it. So definitely, it's definitely time to get those houses on the market.
Mm-hmm. What's my pricing though? See, that's the thing. I always think, well, I've got, there's not enough houses. I can put it for a high price. Is that a good thing or a bad?
Well, I mean, it is going to be a seller's market, at least initially because of the low inventory. But I don't think we're going to see prices rise. Like last year we saw there was, if you put a real boom, and if you put your house on the market for X amount of dollars, you got that, or maybe even a little
$5,000 to $10,000.
Yeah, a little bit more. I think it'll be a little bit more stable, and you may see it switch to a buyer's market at some point, or at least even a little more even keel.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I think it seems way out of balance in terms of a seller's market versus a buyer's market. In terms of price increases, are you seeing that that's slow?
It's going to slow down. Yeah, it is. I mean, things are stabilizing a little bit, so you're not going to see nearly the huge jumps. I mean, your house is going to still have value and it's still going to increase, but it's not going to be as crazy.
All right, let's talk about the millennials, because we can never go without talking about
Well, I mean, right?
I've heard that some people don't want to buy a house. Like, that's part of the problem. Is that really the case?
Well, I mean, I think that was the case for a while, but now we're seeing that tide turn, because you know what? A lot of the older millennials now are in their late 20s, their early 30s, and they're getting married, they're having families, and they're like, I loved my apartment here and there. That's great, but it's not practical for me anymore.
Taking the stroller down the stairs.
Right. It's you're trying to wash your baby in the stand-up shower, and it's just they need the things the space and the things that a regular house would provide.
Do they need to realize it's an investment? It's not just where you're living.
No, I think that they're starting to do that, and I think that's part of the job of places like Equitable and our loan officers and realtors and stuff, is educating people who are getting into homeownership or thinking about it, is educating them that, hey, this is an investment, and this is how you shop for this, and this is how you get the financing for this, and this is how it's going to help you and your family.
I think we've gotten so comfortable with mortgage rates. I mean, they've been almost eternally low.
It feels like eternally low.
Right. Yeah, and so I think people think, there's not a lot of pressure to, either refinance or buy, because mortgage rates are just low. We've come to expect it, but are they expected to rise in the new year?
Well, we've seen them rise a little bit, and there's a lot of naysayers or panic out there. There's a lot of people like, are we going to have a recession? What's going on? And to that I would say, let's relax. Yes, mortgage rates rose a little bit, but they actually just dipped back down about 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Maybe a week and a half ago, so they're a little bit lower again. And while the Fed just raised rates, and we'll probably see some little increases, the rates are still that ridiculously low, rate. So people don't need to worry so much. There's no panic to do it now, because rates are going to be 10, in 6 months. It's not going to happen, but they don't need to worry as much. It's going to be a slow increase, and it's still half of what I bought my first house at. So
right, exactly.
So when you put it in perspective of over the time,
definitely
I
low.
want to talk about buying that first house though, because I know that there are young people that I know that I say, go ahead and make the calls and find out about it, because they think they've got to save so much money to rent, and then when I have this much money, then I can buy a house. But what are your thoughts on that? Because I feel like you got to jump in, and now is the time.
Now is the time, and it's be prepared. And being prepared means starting in advance. So if you're thinking about it and you're not even sure, like, well, I think I need to do this, this, and this. Well, you may think that, but call Equitable. Ask one of our professionals. They'll tell you exactly where you're at and where you need to be, and they'll put you on a plan to get you to that next step.
You don't know what you don't know.
That's exactly right. You don't know, but we know, so let us help you.
Yeah, there are a lot of things you need to do in order to be prepared,
Absolutely.
even if it's looking at your credit score and things that need to be cleaned up. But definitely pre-approval puts you in, especially if it's a seller's market, puts you in a position to be able to buy when you want to. So be sure to call the Equitable Bank, set up an appointment, find out what options are available to you, how much you can afford, what things you need to do to be in a great position to buy a new home perhaps, or make a move in the new year. 414-777-4411. TheEquitableBank.com is the website to visit for more. Always great to see you, Rachel.
Thanks for having me, ladies.
So much.
Happy holidays.
Appreciate it. Same to you. Thank you.